Okay. Right.
All right, sir. So, what are the career prospects for someone? Career prospects for law. You mentioned that there are many lawyers that are doing about their profession outside the court. So, what would you say are the scope of activities? The scope of activities that someone with a training with can and what career prospects today?
I didn't get your question, please. Can you
Okay,
come again?
so to some extent, when you become a lawyer, the mindset is that the person
Yeah.
is in court defending. So, what are the other career opportunities? Briefly, what career opportunities do you think lawyers can explore? What are their prospects outside the courtroom? Hello, sir.
Okay. And, okay. Now, basically, as a lawyer who was called to the Nigerian bar, your your call, your status is known as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. So now, being a barrister simply connotes the fact that you go to court, right? Now, for you as a solicitor, you may not necessarily go to court. So you could just restrict yourself on the briefs that come to your desk or to your table. You could just be, preparing legal documentations, the power of attorneys, the deed of assignments, all those legal documentation for clients, agreements generally for clients, and you could still, be comfortable, be well off as a practitioner. So in this part of the world, you are trained as both a barrister and a solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. But on the flip side, look at the United Kingdom, for instance. You find out that you either stick to being a barrister or you stick to being a solicitor.
Wow.
That's the practice there. So you don't need to, bring in too many things to your table and get all of that. I think the whole essence is for you to have a focus, channel your energy to what pays off, in quote, what pays off more, what pays your bill more. Okay, so that's another angle to it. So now, aside all of this, I'm sure you must have heard people say, "Oh, lawyers are not expected to do business."
Yes, I have.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah, lawyers are not expected to do business. But the answer to that, or I would like to douse that impression and rewrite it. I'm rewriting the impression in the minds of people to let them know that lawyers can do a whole lot of business. Not just you can do a business, but the rules, you must be guided by the rules of professional conduct of the legal practitioners. Do you understand the rules of professional, conduct within the legal practice in Nigeria? So, how do I mean? The rules of professional conduct states that a lawyer should not, engage in business. Okay, should not engage in business. But when you look at the other sub rules, particularly sub rule 2, it states that unless, we even with that a lawyer can be a director. These are exceptions now to the general rule. The general rule is that, a lawyer is not supposed to do a business or should not engage in business. The emphasis there is not engage in business that will be incompatible with the standing of a legal practitioner. So, in other words, sub rule 2 of that rule states that you can be a director of a company, You can be a company secretary. You can also be a shareholder. Now, you can, while you are practicing your law, you can be a director in a company that has nothing to do with law. That's what it simply means. You can also be a shareholder of a company, reaping and gaining or enjoying the benefits of being a shareholder of that company. Then also by extension, being a company secretary. I am a company secretary of a certain client, corporate client. Okay, my firm is a company secretary. So that does not stop my practice as a lawyer, because it is part of the open doors available in the profession. So you cannot restrict the lawyer. I think what the law or the intention of the drafters of the rules of professional conduct in legal profession, they want to achieve is to ensure that the law maintains its dignity before its members and the outside world. Talking about you, the public, watching and seeing how lawyers carry out their trade. Try to imagine for once a lawyer who just came back from the law court, removed his wig, his gown, his bead, everything, then now rush straight to his mechanic shop. I use the word his mechanic shop, meaning that he has been trading using having a mechanic shop, auto mechanic shop, where you go under, and say, hey, okay, bring spanner there. Hey, bring a screwdriver, let's do this and all of that. I mean, when somebody comes out, and sees him, probably a client whom he had attended to in the office, try to imagine the impression that client would have about the lawyer. Or a lawyer who just left the courtroom, maybe a lady lawyer now who just left the courtroom and just dash off straight to frying beefsteak, popularly known as akara, somewhere, and letting people know that, say I be lawyer too, I'm a lawyer too, but I'm just doing this akara to support body, that type of talk. Try to imagine, what the public would view lawyers as. So I think it's in the light of all of those that the drafters of the RPC, the rules of professional conduct, decided to put more like, a glitch, you understand? So that's just that. I think that's the intendment of the drafters of the, rules of professional conduct in the legal profession, to checkmate activities of lawyers, so that the conservativeness of the profession is not pushed to disrepute. The conservativeness of the profession is not pushed to disrepute. So that's the whole intention. So there are several opportunities, like I did say. One, you could either stick to your court, be doing litigation, or you do any other business that is not incompatible. And one cherry news, surrounding these conditions, pegged by the drafters of the RPC, is that the Bar Council, which is the governing body of the legal practitioners now in Nigeria, the Bar Council will, from time to time, determine what is incompatible. Did you get that? So it means even if you are doing anything that anybody wants to call incompatible, you also stand in the defense to say, look, this thing is not incompatible. Especially looking at what is in operation now, looking at the digital age, post-COVID, experiences of lawyers, and all of that. You are dealing with clients who are not readily available to meet you because of the COVID, whatever. They'll tell you, please send whatever you have to me via email, or let's, engage on Zoom, platform and get, arrangements going, and all of that. You see, so many opportunities are found, which we may not need to reel out. We want to, once we start reeling them out here, it will not give us the ample time to answer other questions. But the good news here is that a lawyer can do business. A lawyer can, steer the ship away from litigation and focus on other trades that are not incompatible with the standing of a legal practitioner. Or